Hey everyone, Donald J. Brower from the Garden State HSWrestling.com podcast, Near Fall. This is our special medalist podcast. I got a chance to talk with nearly every medalist from the area, including some from the new area of Passaic County. We started at 106. We go all the way through to heavyweight. Please enjoy this, and thank you so much for the support. I'm here with the third place finisher, Logan Waddle from North Hunterdon. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I just wanted to come back and take third. I was pretty upset about my semis match. I didn't wrestle my match, and I know I can do better. Just this morning, I was feeling pretty angry about it, so I just took it out on that.
It's because I'm never been a great wrestler. I was always kind of mediocre. It never came down to stuff. How? Because it's such a trend that you see where a high seed loses a big match like that, and then they kind of just check out for the next match. How many times have you seen it where it's like a third seed loses and then the next match they're out because they fall back to a lower? What did you kind of do to get your mindset ready? Because I know you got a great coaching staff, and I know you got some other wrestlers now. What did you do to kind of get that and compartmentalize it to be able to come out and wrestle today?
This whole weekend, like the rest of the year, this past season, I would just take it one match at a time and not look forward or back on any matches that I won or lost. So just focus on the task at hand and then just getting better, working positions.
Last year you were wrestling at Peaburg States, asterisk Nova States. Which format did you enjoy more? Did you enjoy it all in the one day, or did you enjoy the kind of spread out like of AC?
I kind of like the spread out thing. It's like less tiring, but this is a really cool atmosphere. My semis match, I think I got caught up in that atmosphere a little bit. But I like wrestling. This is my first time here because my freshman year I didn't make it in last year. So it was pretty cool. Peaburg it kind of helped me out because I wrestled in that gym multiple times.
Yeah, it's right up the street. You guys have had battles in the conference and everything. So that's almost like a home match for a lot of you guys.
Yeah,
same with the Warren Hills kids.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I like it here better. So.
More because when I ask everybody that, they always kind of tell me this is the dream. Like it's almost like this is where they always wanted to when they talked about state. So Peaburg's a beautiful school. Don't get us wrong. Don't get me sending emails. Don't angrily yell at me. But it's just the atmosphere and the pomp and circumstance. Now, you said obviously, with everything going on, how long do you take off before you kind of just get ready to go?
I'm not gonna take too long off. I just gotta get right back to work and train for next year and whatever's coming up next for me. So just keep training hard and working hard.
Well, best of luck, and I know Jared Clements, the podcasting legend, my guy right there, said to give you a shout out on there. I got to give him a shout out on my stuff, but yeah, congratulations. The stuff he does is he's like, this is meant in the nicest way, Jared. He's like the Rain Man of electronics. The stuff he does, I have no idea. He's almost like MacGyver. He's putting stuff together for me. He's like, but congratulations and best of luck next year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'm here with the fourth place finisher at 106, Tyler Hagenson. Tyler, talk about this. How do you feel getting on that podium?
Honestly, it feels great. Last year I didn't have the chance to. I broke my hand in region, so I'm honestly super stoked now, and I'm just so excited. My adrenaline's still pumping from that match.
Now you go out there, you wrestle a really tough kid, Logan Waddle, who was rebounding from loss in the semis. What was your game plan going into that match? Because he's a returning medalist. You know the resume a little bit of Logan Waddle. What was your game plan?
I was just trying to be explosive, move a lot, trying to put on his feet, didn't really take down. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Really kind of cost me the match, but I was just trying to keep it close because I knew he was really good, and if I could, then I could come out on top. But that was pretty much the game plan. I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I didn't want to overthink about it and just mess up. So that's what happened with me during my quarters match. I just thought about it all day and didn't wrestle good. So went in there, winged it, and wrestled good. So.
Well, winging it always seems to work. It's always the best laid plans, I think the phrase is. Now, you guys had a really great year at Mount Olive.
Yeah.
I voted you guys as the top team, public team. Other people in mine, maybe not, but we thought you guys were. I did. Just talk about this run at Mount Olive, because all we've heard for the last couple of years is, I've covered you guys for a long time, so I would hear from your coach, keep looking at Mount, a couple of years. It seems like that time's arrived. How does it feel to be just a part of that program, just putting the state on notice about Mount Olive?
Honestly, it feels great, just being surrounded by all these people. We had 7 people come here, and just being able to have all these people made me feel comfortable. Like it was just like another dual meet for me. So that made me. I feel like that made me perform better actually here. And just during the season, we all were just like we had a great bond with everybody. So I feel like that helped us perform a lot better. Like we were just all together and we're all into the matches, and that just helped our teammates out. Like push through like these tight matches, and like some of our teammates, like there's one kid, Zach Novak, not giving up like that pin against Brick and Mortar. Like that was huge. Like just like those little things, and like all of us just like supporting each other like that helps us so much. And I feel like that really helped us throughout the year.
Now finally, I know you probably haven't thought of this. Next year, when you walk into the gym for the first time and you see your name up on that board, because I know your brother came through the program, adding your name to that lineage. Because I wrestled at Mount Olive when I was in 5th grade in the old pit. They've turned into a music room or something now. But to be able to add to such a program and have your name up on that board forever, how does that feel knowing you're a medalist for that school?
It feels great. Everyone, like people are just gonna be looking at that, and I feel like that makes me feel like I'm always gonna be a part of that school. So I don't even like no, I don't know, man. That's exciting. That is.
Congratulations, best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with Benjamin Marchetto from West Milford, 8th at 106. Congratulations. Talk about this. I know your coach is super excited when you got down here for you to wrestle and make the podium. Just what it means to you.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously means a lot. I wish I could have placed a little higher, but I still got 2 more years to do it, and I've just been working hard for it. Everything's just been like going to club after practice every day, and like working out before school. Just,
Well, I know it's tough, especially. I always feel bad because I ask, you know, if you don't win your last match, you still medaled in a very tough weight class. 106 is always perennially in New Jersey one of the toughest weight classes. So to make the podium, as you say, I know I always feel bad because I'm always asking, like, you know, or any wrestler, like, how do you feel after you just lost? And it's kind of like everybody wants to be number 1, but to be number 8 in the state and recognized, you know, in such a tough weight class, it's something to be proud of. Now, you come out of a tough Region 1. I know you had a tough final. You come down in front of your home crowd. You come out and wrestle. You wrestle back. What was your mindset? Because I've been to a couple of your guys' stuff in your school. AC is a whole different story with how many people are here. How do you focus and keep that mental ability going?
I just wanted to focus on like each match at a time, like not looking at too much. I just wanted to focus on the match coming up.
Now, taking away from this, is there anything? Because you said you had 2 more years. Is there anything you feel you should work on? Is there some, or is it more just kind of getting better and a little more experience, or is there one aspect like an offense, defense, shots, neutral that you feel you should work on?
Yeah, I think I just have to work on the setups and not diving in on my shots as much.
Now, how long do you take off before you start hitting clubs? As far as not listen, I'm not saying he's going out drinking or partying clubs. I'm talking wrestling clubs. I made sure I don't want to get any emails. But how long? Because I know sometimes there's guys who are driving back and starting something Monday. Do you take a little time, kind of reflect on it, or you head just right into it?
Yeah, I
Take that week off to get some relaxing. But congratulations, best of luck. I'm here with the 5th place finisher at 113, Daniel Jones and Del Barton. No, not the finish you wanted, but you go out with a win. Just kind of talk about this tournament, how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what I wanted. I mean, coming off a win last year, obviously I had high expectations, but it's a tough semifinal match and then tough wrestle back match. Both great competitors, Rowan and Knox. I definitely am happy with the win at the end, but not satisfied with the result. But I am grateful for how the tournament ended up going.
Now, you're a sophomore, so this is your real first time wrestling in the States. So, you know, want to do the asterisk. Compare the two. I know P-Bird to here.
I mean, the only thing that's really different, in my opinion, is just like the noise that you hear while you're wrestling. But no, I think that maybe a little more nerve-wracking, but I still think it was a great experience. Like Phillipsburg High School, obviously, very nice, but this is kind of a different type of experience with like all the fans and like more mats and everything like that. So, but I still enjoyed both of them.
Now, how was that? Because I know, like, this year compared to last year, everything was kind of condensed last year.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew you focused. You're in there, boom, boom, one.
Yeah.
Here it's kind of okay, wrestle that way, wrestle that. Which one do you prefer?
I kind of liked how it was last year because I like just going right into matches instead of like the 3 like spread out days, but I mean, I kind of got used to it, I guess.
Now, obviously, you're going to take. I ask this to everybody. How much time do you take off before you start training for next year?
Well, I'm going to Orlando this week, so I get a little
Disney?
break. Yeah.
My wife might jump on that plane. She's a huge Disney fan, but
Yeah, no. This week to relax, probably get back to work when I get back. So.
congratulations. Enjoy the time off.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I'm here with the 6th place finisher at 113, Carson Walsh. Carson, congratulations on making the podium. Just talk a little bit about your run here at the tournament. I know you got a seat a little lower than you thought. Wind up upsetting some big names on the way. Just your feeling about how you did.
Yeah, you know, we saw the seat on Monday, Tuesday night whenever the seats came out. We got to work right away. And saw some matchups, saw some things we liked, and just got the job done.
Now, before on the wrestlebacks, you wind up going to 5-6 against a quality kid in Daniel Jones, defending state champ. What were you looking for with him, and how do you feel you match up with him?
Yeah, you know, he's really tough. He's really long like me, kind of. So he's tough on top, and I don't feel like I was as prepared mentally as I could be coming off a loss. So, but it's whatever, you know. We'll be back.
Now, obviously, talking to your coaching staff for the last couple of years, I've said this before, I'll say it again. All I've heard is Walsh is coming, Walsh is coming, Walsh is coming. Now, you come out here, you have your medal. I think you've pretty much shown people, and you're obviously next year going to try to get higher in the podium. How long do you take off before you start hitting that ground running?
A couple days, you know, we'll be back, we'll watch the film, and we're just going to bounce back. You know, not where I wanted, but it's going to come back stronger.
And finally, I have to tell you a funny story. I don't know if she mentioned it to you. Last night we were walking through the casino, and I happened to have seen a woman who was sitting behind me during the day with a Pope John shirt on. So when I see people I kind of know from the schools, I go, "Oh, how are you related?" She goes, "I'm Carson Walsh's mom." So I go, "Oh," and I tell her what. She goes, "Oh my God, thank you so much. You know, you do so much great work, this and that." And so I'm talking to her, and she's like super nervous. She's like, the first time, and she's freaking out. And I thought that was so cute and funny, because I said, you know, you have such a resume for your mom to still be nervous for you to come down and wrestle. I told my wife, I said, usually get these parents are just cold steel ready to go, and your mom was sweating every
She's
minute.
been like that since I started this sport. Since I was 5 years old. She's been like that.
Does she realize you're good? Does she assume you're not going to win? But listen, congratulations. Best of luck.
Thank you.
I am here with a man I am so happy for, because I know the family. I know, you know, the tough draw he had. The 8th place finisher at 126, Danny Hawes from Lenape Valley. Danny, congratulations.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit yesterday. I know you were talking about the medal. Go out there and walk away with a medal in your final match here in high school. Tell me how it feels to add to the lineage of Lenape Valley.
I mean, it's probably the best feeling I've ever had. I mean, I've been working for this since freshman year. I mean, it was my biggest goal coming into high school, was just to get on the podium. And to get it done is like, it's big, it's exciting.
Now, we talked a little bit yesterday. I know how mentally tough you had to be when you saw the seed come out and realized you were going to get Mugai in the defending state champion in the pre-quarters, and it's always tough because a lot of times you never know who's going to fall ahead of you, so you have to wrestle the best and try to advance. For you to wrestle back and medal, just the mental toughness and what your coaches said and how they focused you through this entire process.
I mean, basically they just told me to stay confident and, you know, just take one match at a time, and that's exactly what I did. And, you know, I know McGowan is a tough kid, but to hit a kid like that, I mean, it's not, I didn't necessarily dislike it, because I know he's a tough kid, and those are the type of matches I want to wrestle. And, I mean, yeah, they just told me to stay confident, keep my head in it the whole time, and that's what I did.
We talked a little bit about your confidence, especially after Escape the Rock. You know, coming in here and doing what you did and finishing how you did. Like I said, I know your dad. I know he's cheering you on, and I'm happy for him, Jim. You know, just the confidence coming in here to basically, because we see so many kids come down here who are highly regarded and wind up not making it, or they just kind of mentally check out. Your confidence and just what you did with this, because it's so different from last year where everything was one day,
Yeah.
and now it's kind of spread out. To stay focused and just what your kind of routine was while you're down here.
I mean, when I was down here, my routine was really just, after I wrestle, rest up and get a good night's sleep. And I mean, eat a good breakfast, eat good the whole time, don't cheat at all, stuff like that. I mean, that's the thing that I think is what mostly got me to here, is just staying focused and staying like on top of like what I need to do.
Well, that was the one thing my wife and I come down and we're usually out after the wrestling. You see the kids walk around. Didn't see you the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. When you talk, some people are like, oh yeah, we're hanging out, and then you wind up seeing them at Johnny Rockets at like 12 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Brick Memorial, I'm talking about you. But like for you to come down here and focus, and like I said, a lot of these guys come down and they say it's a lifelong dream. For you to put the effort in and come down and walk away with a medal is a great thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're well earned. I'm here with the 4th place finisher at Hunterdon Proud Pin. Listen, congratulations on making it. I know it's not how you wanted with the last match. Just kind of talk about your feel of your run here at this tournament and the postseason in general.
I started off pretty strong with 2-0 the first day. I beat Bauer and Jacobs, are 2 pretty good wrestlers. And then I had Kango in the quarters, which, he's in the finals right now. He's been wrestling pretty good. I just couldn't really finish my shots on him. And then I wrestled back. I beat Henrik. He's good. It's a close match, like 5-3 or something. And then I pinned Pescatore, who made it to the semis.
Amazing run by him, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
20th seed to make it,
And then Almeida, I just stopped wrestling after my first takedown, and he started taking control again.
Now, when you wrestled Kango, did you wrestle him in the dual meet?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the result for there? Was that? I think it was close, was it not?
It was a lot closer than the score said. It was 7-2. It was 0-0 going into second, and then we got in a scramble and he called me on my back for 5.
I think I remember he threw you. Yeah, it was. You were going for something. He got you. So yeah, I don't think people understand that when they look at the score. They think, oh, no, you're obviously trying to make some action going and catch you do something. You get off your back. And that was a big thing. I remember you fought off and you wound up not getting pinned, and I think that was what made it the tie there. Now, listen, coming. I know obviously it's not where you want to finish. Every Del Barton kid who I talk to wants to finish top of the podium. How do you feel after this, knowing you're a medalist and you're in that select group?
Well, after I lost to Fargo, to Kango, I at least wanted to take 3rd, but it's alright.
Now, how long do you take off? Because obviously I know you're a year-round wrestler. You're going to do your stuff. How many days do you get off, or are you just right back at it?
After 4th, I'm probably just going to go right back at it.
That's all. Thanks so much for the interview, Alessio. Alessio's teammate, Cross Wazalewski, the 3rd place winner at 144, declined the interview for reasons unknown, but congratulations nonetheless, Cross. Then I got to catch up with some other medalists as they came off the mat. I'm here with Tanner Peak, who finished 4th at 157. Tanner, I know it's not the result you wanted. Just kind of talk about how you feel right now.
I'm a little disappointed. I really wanted that one. I had such a close semifinal match. I really thought I had the 2 there. It didn't happen. And then this one, just another really close one where I almost had the 2. I should have kept improving, but in the end, I'm looking back at it now, and I'm just glad I'm the guy that's taking the shots. I'm dictating my own outcome. I'm always taking the shots. I'm always being the aggressor. So I'm proud of myself for always coming after guys, even if they're running away.
Now, talk about that semifinal match. We were watching it, and I was watching from the stands. Super close. And, a heartbreaking loss. How do you rebound for something like that? Just to come back, because what I mean by that is you see so many guys who are top seeds, they go in, they lose a close match for that, and they check out. And coming back, how did you kind of get your head clear to come out and be able to wrestle your best today?
I told myself I'm not dropping to that 5-6 match, and my dad texted me that night and said, I know it's disappointing. I know you thought you had that in every right, but you know what? You can't be a victim. You got to be a leader. Show my guys that are still growing up in the program that you got to bounce back from those. You need to fight hard, and I think that's what I did.
Now, you talk about the kids in the youth program. You were once one of those kids, and you kind of saw great career at Hunterdon Central. Just kind of talk about your career as a wrestler through the Hunterdon Central program.
The Flemington Elks is where I started. It was a great program. My dad actually coached me all the way through the youth program, provided me with the basics I needed to be great. And back then it was just about learning. I only went to the youth state tournament twice and placed my 8th grade year. And now I'm looking back, I'm a 2-time state medalist in the high school program. And you know what? I think this is only going to fuel me as well to the next level. I'm going to look back on this and be proud of what I did, but also grow from it and get on that NCAA podium.
Now, you're going to college to wrestle, and we caught a nice moment with your parents. You guys get to talk about it, and you always have to look forward to the future. And I said to you off camera, Al, it's hard to ask somebody who's 17, 18 how they feel about their career right after a hard loss like that. And I was watching, you were right there, at the end of that match. How important, especially you said your father coach, how important is your family to you, especially this grind? Because I tell people all the time, there's 8 guys who end up on that medal podium, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes to help you get there. Just talk about your parents and your family.
Of course, my family means everything to me. I mean, without my mom always making sure my head's right and telling me go out and kill, go out and battle, motivating me that way, and then my dad with everything he's done for me in wrestling and just constantly working on my mindset, making sure I'm mentally tough. Both of them, I owe everything to them. This wouldn't have been possible without them. And then, there's so many other people that you call family that have made such a difference. Guys like my coaches, my coach Josh, working with me every day, wrestling with me in the room, making sure I'm at this level. And, then there's my trainers who I'm lifting with. My trainer Pete, he's always pushing me. We get up at 5 in the morning, lift every morning. Just guys like that, just willing to believe in me and put in time with me, that's my family too. So I'm just so thankful for all of them.
The one thing you can notice, and I tell people this all the time, when you have a kid that you like to root for, and not only as a coach, but as a person, I'll admit, I root for you because I like you, you're a personable kid, had the funniest cutouts. Your parents had the head cut out. It's on Twitter, it's a cutout of his head. But you usually see when somebody makes it to there and they don't make the finals, or you finish your 4th like you did, and some of the coaches are like, okay, it's a good job. Your coaches were emotional with you on stuff because they understand and they care about you and this and that. And I think that's more about your character than theirs. Congratulations and going forward. And you're one of my favorites. And like I said, I'm going to miss framing the hair, but I will figure it out. But congratulations.
I'm not done yet. This won't be the last of me. You'll be seeing me in college. So be ready for that.
Oh, listen, I don't doubt that. 1 minute.
Yep, thank you.
I'm here with Louis Sergio from Del Barton, a medalist this year. Just kind of talk about how you feeling right now.
I don't know. I got a lot of mixed emotions because obviously I came to win it. I'm only a sophomore, so I got 2 more years to get the job done. But I'm in between.
Well, you're 2-time medalist, you get that. I know obviously, you want to get a high on the podium. When you look back at it, and we talked a little bit about before we came on, the difference of being in Phillipsburg last year, which was a high school gym, to AC. I know you prefer this. To talk about the crowd that traveled, especially now for Del Barton. You guys have a cheering section right before you go. Just that family aspect of your team.
Oh, it's awesome. I got a big crowd. I couldn't really ask for much more. I got very supportive parents who follow me around. They're mat side when I'm wrestling, and it's a great opportunity. I'm very thankful for it.
Speaking of parents who follow, your father follows me on the site and everything, so shout out. Now you guys have a good amount of guys who are, wrestling in the finals here. Talk about that room and your coaching staff and just kind of what they do to get you guys ready for the big moment. Where other teams have those mishaps, if you want to say, or those mental lapses, you guys don't. How do they prepare you for this?
We're the most battle-tested team in the state. We go Beast, Powerade. States is kind of just, obviously we work towards that and we use those tournaments to get us ready, but we've all been here, so.
Well, best of luck next year. Listen, I don't think we're going to have a worry about seeing you on the podium next year. I know you want to be in that top spot, and I think the work and everything you got going on, I think you're going to be best of luck next year. I'm here with Hunter Perez, finished 8th in the States. Just talk a little bit about it, what it means right now.
It's really special to me, being a senior and being able to place one of the toughest tournaments in the country. Losing in the blood run last year really made me want to push further to make sure I place this year and just finish on the top 8. Best of the best.
Now, you guys had a great season. You're a senior. Just the magical run this squad had this year. Delivering for groups and stuff like that. how do you look back on your time? Because now you have your name up on that wall of a historic program. Just how you personally feel.
I think it's really special. I feel like me and all the other seniors, we really started a tradition here at Mount Olive, and we're going to compete with the best of the best, no matter where it is. It's either here or team duels. And I think it's just really special to be able to do all these accomplishments with hometown kids and not bringing in a whole bunch of kids from around the country.
Now, you mentioned hometown kids. I know you're not the only medalist for your school. Anthony Moscato, who won you guys the group championship in the last match. Just being down here with him, and I know you guys have probably rolled around in a room together a little bit, and training partners. Just how you feel for him, and you guys both walking out of here with a medal.
I mean, Ant Moscato is a really funny guy. He really brings a different energy to the room, and just being able to come down here with 7 kids and having 3 of them place, it's a really special feeling.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next year. I am here, 3rd place finisher at 190, Vincenzo Laval. Talk about this tournament. Just talk about how you feel.
I feel good. Wrestled all the way back, won 6 straight after a loss in the pre-quarters and overtime. So mentally, I had to stay strong and wrestle back, take 3rd.
Now, you wind up falling back because you wrestled a quality opponent who you were beaten by pin in the MCT. Talk about that mental focus, the focus this team, because this isn't the first time Hannibal Park's had somebody come down here. It's actually not the first time in a while Hannibal Park's had somebody wrestle all the way back. Gennaro Cuculo actually did it and went all the way and wound up finishing 4th. Just kind of the blueprint they set up for you.
They helped me a lot. They kept me focused mentally. They kept motivating me and telling me to put the match in the past and keep going.
Now, you obviously, we were joking about this before. Your dad finished 5th one year. You finished 3rd. It's a little bit of a bragging right. So now you got the rough part coming up, 3 straight. How long do you kind of roll eyes for this? Do you take a couple days, couple weeks off, or you just kind of next week you're ready to go, ready for next season?
I'm probably gonna take a good couple weeks off, and then I'm gonna go straight to freestyle, straight to Fargo.
Okay. Best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with 4th place at 190. Talk about how you feel right now. I know you lost a close match in overtime to a familiar opponent. It's kind of how you feel right now.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm proud of 4th place. It's a great accomplishment, great end to my year and high school career. Obviously the 4th place end with a loss is kind of hard to go out on that note, but trying to keep my head high and look at the positives this weekend. I think I wrestled the best I did all season here. Pretty proud of myself, but it's a bittersweet feeling right now.
Well, I was at Matt's side for that match, and as you were going, I heard your dad over my shoulder yelling, and then the Del Barton contingent. Talk about this team, because we've mentioned in the past, Del Barton being a private school, you guys are more like a family than some public schools I see. Kind of just talk about these guys and how they helped you get here.
Yeah, I mean, last year we kind of had a little bit of a hiccup because we had a COVID season where we really only had a few dual meets. One big tournament, the state tournament, and even that was separated. But before that, we had such a close-knit family team, and this year being a senior and having some leadership position, I really wanted to try and get that family unit back together that we have, and we really pride ourselves. We talk about other teams being a group of kids that wrestle with each other, but we wrestle for each other and with each other, and we all try and make each other better. And when other kids in this team win or lose, it feels like I win or lose. We're all so close, and we've done so many hard things together that we really are family, and I'll be family with all these kids till I die.
Now you got a lot of guys who are also placing, a couple going for the state title. Talk about this coaching staff. I mean, Stoll, you had Russo, you had Harrington this year, which I'm sure had to be great for you upper weights. A big guy to go out there and
I wrestled with Coach Harrington probably 3 or 4 times a week.
He's a great guy, and I actually have him trying to help my nephew who's 15 and 6'1", 275. But I digress. My sister will get mad if I say that. But just the coaches and the way they do it, because I try to explain to people, and they don't seem to understand that each coach is almost a different item in a
That's
recipe.
what I was just going to say. We have so many coaches with different strengths that complement each other. We have Coach Ryan Bridge, who's technician, conditioning, match strategy. He's been around the block a few times. Been down here a few times, wrestled at 1 level. Served in the military, about as tough as they get.
Thank you for your service, fellow veteran.
Thank you for your service. You got Coach Russo, really is our main mental toughness guy. He's gotten me to where I am today. I think I've really come a long way, and that's all thanks to him.
Coach Russo, a lot of video I have that I can't air the audio of practices. He's a very intense man in the room, and I've been told I'm never allowed to air that, so it has been deleted and will never be found.
But that's a necessary presence in our room. That's what makes us how we are. Coach Stoll really ties everyone together, keeps the team close, laughing, does all the behind-the-scenes work very well. Coach Shockett and Sumino also work a lot behind the scenes. They do all the stats.
Samino's the only way I know your records. Coach, I can ask Stoll, he doesn't even know his own record. Samino
Exactly.
knows everything.
Exactly. All the stats, a lot of the travel, planning, stuff like that. And Coach Harrington was a great addition this year. He came in, and he's just at that age where he's like a friend to all the kids in the team. He's easily approachable, knowledgeable, great to ask questions to, great to wrestle with.
Not a bad guy to learn from. I mean,
definitely
two-time
not.
undefeated state champ, who I think, if I remember the stat correctly, his junior and senior year did not give up a takedown, a takedown point. He was only going to give up.
I wouldn't know that. He's so humble about it.
Oh no, we trust me. That's one thing we know. His junior and senior year, after he lost in the third place match in sophomore year, he did not give up a takedown. The only points he gave up were when he cut a guy. That was that's legit. His junior and senior year, I was astounded he did not give up a takedown. And it's ridiculous. Listen, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck in college. I've enjoyed covering it. I always say what your dad. It's always funny. You're a local family, so I know how it is. Best of luck in college.
Thank you.
I am here with a man I've had the pleasure of covering this year in big moments. I think he's sick of talking to me at this point, like my wife is. But Anthony Moscato, congratulations. Talk about this medal. I mean, the tournament you had and the guys you had to see, it was almost you're coming down the stage, but you're seeing a lot of local faces who you had to meet up with, because you wind up seeing Laval, who you avenged the loss of the MCT. You see Saldana, who's insane. Yeah. Just kind of talk about your rundown here.
It was really awesome. It was really special. Maybe not making it last year. My goal was to place, and then I thought when the brackets came out, I was in an optimal position to place, and I just did what I had to do. And then I knew some of the kids, which helped. I was happy to avenge the loss against Laval and stuff, so that felt really good. I just kept resting, just kept grinding. I do every other match.
Now you had a good amount of teammates down here. So I mean, it wasn't like it was an isolated group coming down, because Mount Olive had a great year. Talk about that camaraderie and coming down, because I know a lot of times when you get a really good school and it's really wrestler and only one person comes down, it's kind of isolating. But to have that group and to be able to come down and kind of have that family vibe, just kind of talk about that a little bit.
It was awesome. I mean, being at Regions with all of them, and just like the energy at Regions, we were all cheering for each other. We were going nuts for like people taking fourth and then taking third. And
well, that's a homeschool match for you guys.
Match. Me and my team were going crazy for it. It's just awesome to be with the greatest people, some of my best friends, and I spent a weekend in Atlantic City with all of them and wrestle. It's awesome. You can't ask for much more.
Now, I always know where your dad is when he's wrestling, because I see him jump up out of the seat if you win.
He does that.
Very, very excited. He was super excited after the Laval match at the pre-quarter. He was super excited. Talk about your family, because I know they're big into wrestling, and just kind of your family getting you here, because I know the team's your family, but you're at your family and the sacrifice they made to get you here.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a lot. My dad loves wrestling. My whole family, my dad's side, my dad. My uncle Matt he placed in D3's nationals, and he taught me a lot. I mean, since the Laval match, we talked about it, just talk about wrestling, how I could improve everything. And my dad just loves it. He said, support, as you can see, as he jumps up everywhere. It's just awesome. It's just super fun to win for my family, to see them get all excited, and then they're always, even if I lose, they're always there for me, cheering me up. So like, I love wrestling for them. I wouldn't want to wrestle for any other family, that's for sure. And then like my grandpa, he learned how to work a computer to watch me this weekend with my brother.
Technology for old people. I have a grandmother who still tries to answer the phone with the remote, or she's trying to change the TV with the phone.
Yeah, no, he got the computer up and watching, so that was awesome. He sent me text. He used to never send me text messages. He was using emojis. It was awesome. So it was just really awesome.
Were they the right emojis?
Oh yeah, okay. He got them down. I didn't know he knew what emojis were. He used them. I was like, what is this?
It's always shocking when you see it.
Know.
I still, my grandmother, take care of my neighborhood grandmother, and she's to the point now where she'll call me on my cell phone, and she'll think I can hear the answer machine. So it's like, I got the phone. I'm like, that's not how it works, Grandma. But listen, congratulations. Best of luck in the OCs. How long are you going to take off before you get ready for next year?
I got lacrosse season coming up.
So you're going to take a little bit of time?
It's going to be some time, and then we'll probably go to the club here and there and probably get back up in the summer.
Okay.
So So it'll be good. It'll be good. Nice break over.
Nice little mixing it up with the sports and
Yeah.
stuff. It's good to know that, you know, it's
Exciting.
different. So
Yeah.
best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hit it.
Yeah. I'm here with the 5th place finisher, John Jack, still at 215. Talk about this, just how you feel being down here.
I mean, it was awesome coming from last year, coming from Phillipsburg, which was AC or not really AC. So to come down here and then actually be here and please, I mean, it was an awesome feeling.
Then you come down here with Carson Walsh. Talk about him. Great run he had coming to 50s. He knocked the people up. He's a good bright spot for the future of the program. Talk a little bit about that.
Carson's an animal. I mean, you know, you see this really skinny kid, and he's wrestling kids that are all jacked up, but he's just a master technician. So that's how he comes out, and he's going to be a dog throughout high school. He's going to be an animal.
Now, compare it from last year to this year. Obviously, you said you were at the States.
Yeah.
Just kind of how you compare the two environments and just the camaraderie you have with a lot of those guys up in Sussex County.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Last year, you obviously don't get the fans, as many fans, and especially with like the COVID guidelines. But then this year, you know, masks are off. Everyone's here. Everyone's just trying to pile back in to see the States and New Jersey powerhouse of wrestling. And then, of course, you got all the kids in Sussex County, Brian, Clayton, Leonard, all those kids as animals, and you come together and you just crush things as a county.
That'd be a great matchup to see, putting all the best together.
Yeah,
in Sussex County.
absolutely.
I think that'd be solid. But
Yeah.
listen, best of luck. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with the place winner at 215, Brandon Ryan. Talk about this tournament. Talk about this run. Just how you feel right now.
I'm excited that I placed. It's my first time at States as a junior, and I feel like I wrestled well for pretty much the whole tournament. I'm excited.
Now, you guys obviously are building a great program down there in North. Have been on the uprise, you know, with just the last couple runs. Talk about that room, because you guys have such a deep room, and you guys have been bringing other ones. And let's not forget your teammate Logan Waddle, who plays as well as your heavyweight anchors. Just as we get a shout out as he's walking in the locker room, we called him out right as he walked in. Just this group of guys you came down with, just how it felt to be able to come down here with them.
It felt amazing because, like, through the practice room is just super tight knit with all the people on our team, and we're all buddies, we're all friends, and it's just a great experience to come down here with all of them and just to be able to hang out and to wrestle with each other, and it's just been amazing.
Now, as a junior, how long do you take off before you start getting ready for the grind for next year? Just other guys have other sports they do, other guys do. How long do you actually take?
So I play lacrosse in the spring.
A lot of guys do. It seems to be a wrestling. Yeah.
But I go to all the off-season lifts in the morning before school, so I can still make lacrosse practice in the afternoon, multiple days a week. After lacrosse practice, I go to our North Hunterdon club wrestling practices. I go to other club practices just to kind of stay sharp. So that's really what I do, and I'm probably going to take like a week off just to kind of.
You have to take a week. You can't, especially this grind of the season and coming down here. Finally, talk a little bit about the differences, because you said this is your first time here. With last year, it's states. We'll use that states being so close. The difference with everything being condensed into one day last year, with you guys now kind of being spread out, which did you and your teammates prefer?
I don't really know. I guess it depends on the person. I would rather have it spread out, because like you have more time to rest. You have more time to kind of recuperate and regain your mental game. Because
especially after a tough loss, you don't.
Exactly,
you got to go right back out there and do something. It's almost been 50-50 where people are like, no, I really like the calm circumstances, and then there's other ones where like, no, I just want to get it done, get through my matches, and I'll be tired afterwards, but we'll be fine. But listen, congratulations, best of luck next year. I'm sure we'll be hearing more from you.
Thank you.
I am here with a place winner at 285, Leanna Akers. Talk about this. I know, especially some of the guys you had to face in this tournament. You came all the way down to Atlantic City to wrestle guys you saw up at, in your home gym. Just your feeling and how you feel right now.
I honestly feel good about placing again, but I wanted to get higher on the podium, of course. I think that's everyone's goal. But I'm happy with what I've accomplished this year, and on to bigger and better things.
Now, looking back on some of the things you've accomplished in this school, with the great run you guys had a couple of years ago going down, with the teams and stuff like that, how do you feel the program is, have you left it off?
I think I can leave North Hunterdon feeling that we did a good job preparing the younger kids So when they're seniors, they're not doing stupid things or like they're not
Staying the straight and narrow.
Yes, exactly.
Now, talk a little bit about your coaches. I know Ronco's a Warren Hills guy like myself. I got a chance to talk to him about you and some of the other kids, and he was just always super excited talking about it. And the coaching staff you have there, just talk about those guys and what they meant to you.
They have meant everything to me. They have pushed me when I didn't want to get pushed, but like I am really happy and blessed that I have the coaching staff that I've had for the last few years. It's been an honor to have those coaches.
Well, congratulations, best of luck, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you at upcoming mats and stuff like that. So. I'm here with the medalist from Clifton here, 285. Just talk about your tournament, talk about how you feel finishing fifth.
Honestly, finishing fifth, I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I should have fished a little higher, but there's always next year, and I'm very happy with at least getting a medal.
Now, Clifton, you had a great year this year for you, but individually as well. I was there at the state county tournament, and the run you guys had. Talk about the program and how they're on the upside.
Clifton's having a very good year this year. We started the year very slow, like 3 and 7, and now we've ended the year at 9 and 8, I think. So a very big turnaround for Clifton this year towards the end of the season. Unfortunately, we lost in state sectionals, but hopefully next year we can make another run.
Now, you get down here, obviously, you want to finish a little higher. Talk about, and talk to those little kids who are, in the Clifton feeder program, who, obviously, where you guys are at, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, come to our school, You're a homeschool guy, you're a homegrown guy. Talk to those young kids and tell them about how it feels to be wearing the Clifton stuff out here winning the states.
Yeah, there's nothing like representing Clifton. Wearing that Clifton across your chest, it's the greatest feeling I can feel as a high school student. I just love representing my town and making them proud.
Perfect. Congratulations. I'm here with a man I share a special bond with, Warren Hills heavyweights. I'm not as good. Usually I was finishing 6th in regular tournaments. He's finishing 6th in the state. Tyler McCatherine, talk about this. I know last year you medaled. You get down here to the States. Just how you're feeling right now.
I mean, it's a great feeling to be down here. I mean, especially back in Atlantic City. Petersburg was, close to home. Felt like a home match, like you said. But I mean, amazing to be down here, but not the finish I would like.
Well, now heavyweight's always an open weight, and it seems to be, tough with how it is. And you come down here, you wrestle a couple guys you know from up in the area. Talk about that familiarity, because it's almost like once you see them 4, 5, 6 times in a row, it's kind of tough to get something new on. Talk about that.
I mean, yeah, I practice with most of the guys from back home, so I mean, we know each other, and it's just whoever makes a mistake is who's not going to win. I mean, very close matches with everybody.
Now, Warren Hills had a great year this year. Goes down to the groups, loses by 1, I understand, but the support of the town, and the support especially of your family. Your father sponsored both of the matches. Shout out to Oxford Tire and Auto. But just kind of talk about that support and that homegrown, support of the family and your son.
I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, always have somebody to turn to. Everybody's always cheering for you. I mean, definitely amazing. I mean, you hear the crowd cheering because everybody comes out to these things for Warren Hills. It's honestly amazing. It gives me a lot of inspiration, support, and everything. And I love it.
Well, best of luck in college, and you're going to continue wrestling.
Yes.
Good luck in college.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much. Thank you all to the medalists. Great job this year, guys. It's been a pleasure covering you. That wraps it up pretty much for our medal special. Congratulations to everybody involved. I really enjoyed covering this year. It's kind of rough that it's my last year in Morris, but, bigger and better things are on the horizon. Great representation, great coverage from everybody. I'm really have been happy to been a part of it. Remember, you can follow me on Garden State HSW, admin at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And we're going to be migrating the site over more. But till our wrap-up podcast here in a week or so with the rankings and everything, I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you next time.